What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really appreciate it. If you guys could drop a like or a thumbs up on this video if you guys liked it, I would really appreciate that as well. It would really help me out. Hit the subscription button and the notification bell so you don't miss any of our MLB The Show 20 content that's going to be on the channel. I hope you guys are having an absolutely great day, and thank you guys so much for watching my videos. What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about hitting, and later on in the video, you guys are going to see me smashing the ball, getting a bunch of perfects in the event yesterday. So I wanted to talk about how I'm going about that and just talk about hitting in general. So today the devs reached out to me and they asked for screenshots and video of good okay results with the center PCI. So if you guys have those, go ahead and send them over to me on Twitter. I need the batter and I need the pitcher. So I need the batter and I need the pitcher. I'm looking for good centered, good okay results. I'm looking for those. So if you guys have those, make sure that you guys send them over to me on Twitter so I can pass them along to the devs. I wanted to explain some stuff basically about the PCI and my own experience with it. All right. So I have this crude drawing represents why using just the dots is such a popular trend. You really need to be lining up the ball on the dots, not just getting it in the contact circle based on my own observation. Ideally, you want to line up the player's biggest dot on the ball too. So, you know, if it's a power hitter, they're gonna have their biggest dot on the top. If it's a guy like Craig Biggio, who's more balanced, I bet Ryan Sandberg's the same way. I don't have that card, but I could imagine it being like this, where the center dot is the biggest dot. That's the dot you want to be trying to line up the ball, not this circle and not the second circle. This circle itself, to me, it's not really it. Like, you can't be over here and then really have a lot of success. You need to be right on those lines. That's the way you're gonna have the most success. That's the way you're gonna get perfect. That is why those dots are so important. You also want the ball in the middle of the plate, not on the edge of the strike zone as much as possible for better results. We all need to stop the mentality that good timing is the same as perfect timing as well. It just flat out isn't the same. They are different tiers. So we've never had this perfect timing tier before. It's like, you don't want to be good, you want to be great. When you get perfect hits, that's how you're really going to succeed. I also see a lot of success in early type of swings, but good squared up, it isn't the same as perfect. It just isn't the same. And honestly, this is going to sound super nerdy, but there are times when I'll be playing the game and I will sit up in my chair and really focus in to try to get my timing to be perfect. Like, you can't, being slightly off isn't good. There might even be a little bit of lag in the game you're playing that can really throw that timing off. You really got to focus in and try to get those perfects as much as possible. I also should note, it is possible to hit a perfect fly ball with a player like classic Victor Robles, like 91 Roberto Alomar, and not get a home run. The cards just don't have enough power to generate a home run based on their attributes. And I will show you an example of this here in a second when we look at the clips. But I mean, a card with 50-60 power, even cards with power under 80, it's just not enough. And it's nothing against how well you put it on the, you know, how if you had the perfect timing with the PCI on it perfectly, it's just not enough power. Now early in the game, we don't have a ton of cards that have a ton of power. And one thing I think that gets forgotten is that, yes, the minimum threshold is 80 for power. That's supposed to be a home run when you get perfect fly ball if they spray it all over the field. But 80 is it's only 80 out of 125 possible power points. Which means is to say that, like, you really want cards that have over 100 power. If the card has like 50 to 60 power, that's not even half of 125. That's not even half. And I'm almost positive they will not have the top dot be available. So again, like I said, another thing is 80 power is a minimum threshold for hitting home runs. If you want to guarantee more home runs, you need cards with 100 plus power. There are also times when on good okay, you will get home runs. So not only do you want to hit those dots, but you still do have a chance on good, on good squared up, on it being something a little bit random. You still have a chance. Almost I don't know if dice roll is the right word, but you still have a chance to hit a home run, especially on a pitch that gets left in the middle, that your PCI is not perfectly on, or you're in the contact bubble but not on the dots. So you still have a chance of getting home runs on those, but it's just not the same as if you put it in the dots. You have a card with over 100 plus power and you really hit it perfect. I don't know if that makes sense, but you need to be striving to have perfect timing with cards plus 100 power on pitches in the middle of the plate to quote unquote guarantee you will get a home run. Build your team accordingly. So what does this mean? If you really want to get knocks, you need cards with a lot of power. You need to line up those dots on them, as much as possible. That's why dots is so popular. That's why it's such a good thing to use. And I would highly suggest you try to build your team like that. Right now, there's not a lot of amazing cards in the game that we will all have down the line. Like, there is no Griffey right now. There's no Mays right now. There's no Frank Thomas right now. There's no Chipper Jones right now. There's no this and that and the other. So right now, we're kind of working with some live series cards. One thing I would say, a good example, is a card like Cody Bellinger. Now, Cody Bellinger, I believe, has like 80 some power on one side, 88 power on the other side. Now, Cody Bellinger, he can hit bombs. He really can hit bombs. He really can. The thing is, though, you compare him to a card like Pete Alonso. Now, Pete Alonso has over 100 power from both sides of the plate. He has the fizzies, as Luis would say. Basically, when you look at the attribute bar, it's fizzing. It's got that special animation that's over 100 and something. And so there's a significant difference of when you square up the ball with over 100 power or you perfect with over 100 power compared to Bellinger. It just feels differently. Now, most of the time you still are going to get home runs with Bellinger. I'm just saying it feels different when you have cards that are over 100 power. It feels different when Sheffield hits the ball sometimes, or Mantle hits the ball sometimes, or Mike Trout hits the ball sometimes with all that power versus right-handed pitching. It just feels different. So keep in mind, we still have to get a lot better pitching cards and hitting cards. It's one of the reasons that Corey Kluber is so dominant right now, is you don't have like a bunch of cards with super high vision, super high contact, super high power to combat against him. He's going to be very, very good right now. Another thing I want to say before we get into these clips is I am not a fan of Hal Newhouser. I do not like that card at all. I would not take that card. Make sure in your first two cards right now, you're taking Kluber and Roley. Make sure you're taking Kluber and Roley in that pack. Please do that. Please do that. The other pack with Reggie Jackson and Larkin and Buster Posey and all that stuff, Ryan Sandberg. And in that pack, take whoever's going to help your team the most in that pack. But the other pack, you really need to take Kluber and you need to take Roley. I do not like Hal Newhouser at all. He reminds me of Lefty Grove. I cannot rock with his motion at all. I don't like that card. Get Kluber, get Roley. The other positions, it's going to take a while to get them. Posey's good. Reggie Jackson's good. His defense isn't that good. Ryan Sandberg's good, but he doesn't have a lot of pop necessarily because he's right around 80 in power, which is still, when you think about it, pretty far from 125. But it's not bad at the same time. He has good defense. Why can I not think of the other card besides Larkin of who was in that pack? Let me know in the comment section. It's just slipped my mind. But let's go ahead and take a look at these clips because we're already taking forever. So basically, here's some clips from my gameplays yesterday. I was playing events. Keep in mind, this is on All-Star. This is an event on All-Star. So take that for what it's worth. Also, another important fact to note is a lot of these pitchers in the events do not have a lot of stamina. Now, I don't think that has anything to do with my timing though. So we're gonna enter into this game. And like I said, you really need to try to get a lot more perfects as much as you can. Here's a perfect rip right up the middle. I've either been starting my PCI right smack dab in the middle, or if you guys haven't seen Pitching Rebels hitting tips video, I highly suggest you go check that out. Just kind of where he puts his PCI, I can do that too. So I'll either start it in the middle or I'll start it slightly up and in. That's really nice. Here's a hit from Cal. Right on right, he does not have a lot of power. This is an 83 Cal. He does not have a lot of power. This is a perfect fly ball right there, but he doesn't go out for a home run. He just doesn't have the power to hit it out dead center. I think he probably has like 60 some power versus right-handed pitching. It's just not enough power on a perfect fly ball to get it out. I would have been better probably hitting like a perfect line drive. Here's another rip right here, good squared up. I think I was Trout. So it's like you can still hit him out on, or no, that was Miguel Sano. You can still hit him out, obviously good squared up. You can hit him out good. You can hit him out not perfectly on it. You can hit him out to good okay. When you really go back and look at the footage, maybe one or two a game are like that, but for the most part, this good squared up, while it is good enough a lot of the time, you really want to be getting perfect as much as possible. There's a good, and that one was even like a little bit over the top. You know, the dots don't extend all the way to the bottom of the PCI in that picture I showed you earlier, and they don't extend all the way to the top. So we get a rip here with Lindor. Good, not too bad. I mean, obviously it wasn't driven for a home run or anything, just kind of a line drive. Now we're up with Biggio, one of my best swings of the night. Perfect fly ball. Only 79 power versus right. That thing just went absolutely flying. That's kind of why I like that Rebel technique, to be able to pull the ball, because these are really good swings. Like when you're getting it high and inside and you're pulling it out for a home run, like you're on. You really don't want to be getting jammed inside. I mean, that's just like just not good, man. That's like it's really soft when you're getting jammed inside. When you're pulling the ball inside for like home runs, that's when you're just really on point. Another perfect here from Grandy. You guys can see where my PCI was, my timing was. That is the level we all have to get to. I have to get to. The best players in the world have to get to. Everyone needs to be striving for that. You need to be striving for that perfect tier. That is how you are going to beast. Don't settle for good okay and hope that good okay is going to work out for you, or good is going to work out for you, or good squared up is going to work out for you. Yes, it may at times work out for you, but you really need to get up to that next tier. If you guys have played NBA 2K before, you guys know that like a full bar, if you're shooting, you know, it might go in, or if you got close to a full bar, it might go in, but you really need to be green in the shot. You know what I'm saying? You need to be perfecting the shot. I also want to say this whole system of how it's set up, I don't know if it's the perfect system of how it's set up, okay, but this is a system of how it's set up, and this is how you want to take advantage of it to try to succeed. This is what you want to do to try to succeed in it. So I hope that makes sense as well. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys are having a great day today. Drop a like if you liked this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, yo.